Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Georgia Lash. We're starting our news show with the following stories. Our SCTV crew captured the ceremony and celebrations of Sun City's July 4th. Our Sun City neighbors reflected on the country's proud history. The Sun City veterans take over our studio for a very good reason. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News. With our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Low Country. Taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
America's 250th birthday was honored by Sun City at our July 4th celebration. SCTV was there as our Sun City veterans opened the ceremony.
A nation's story, 250 years in the making, and tonight, the countdown to an historic moment.
This evening, our Sun City community comes together for a celebration and a ceremony befitting America's semi-quincentennial, 250 years of history and heritage.
Color guard, present arms. Post the colors. Today we're celebrating 250 years of America, a legacy of freedom and hope. We gather together with pride, gratitude, and joy as we celebrate something so truly remarkable, the 250th anniversary of the USA. I am personally very proud to be an American, and it's my honor to speak to you this evening. I'm Al Richter. I'm the commander of the Sun City Veterans Association. A bold idea was born that people could govern themselves, that freedom was worth defending, and that a nation built on courage, sacrifice, and hope could stand as a beacon to the world. The founders wrote in the Declaration of Independence, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." 1776, our founders declared that America's future would be shaped not by kings or rulers, but by the people. They created a nation founded on the belief that every generation has a responsibility to protect and strengthen the freedoms we cherish.
So much to honor and celebrate on this year's 4th of July. We had a chance to talk with some of our neighbors to hear what they value most from our country's heritage and history.
America is turning 250 years old, and we're asking our Sun City residents,
what should America be most proud of on its 250th birthday?
let's go check with Sun City residents and see what they say.
America should be most proud of their freedom of speech. That's my opinion.
America should be most proud of the military. We have the best in the world.
But America is America. You know, my parents came from Italy. I'm the firstborn in America. And they built a really excellent life for me and my brothers and my rest of my family. I have my wife Gina here. We're married 46 years, but we're together 50 years. We have children up in New York. They're enjoying themselves with the grandchildren. I don't know what else to really say. Thank you, America. Thank you, forefathers. And she's giving me the high sign. I thank you very much. God bless America.
Freedom
and the opportunity to succeed.
USA!
Go America!
I'm so proud of America, land of the free. What's not to be proud of to live here? I just came back from 28 days in Europe, and I'm here to tell you, no place beats the good old USA.
Our freedoms. our strength and our resilience.
The opportunity to live the American dream.
And I'll repeat, most definitely, our freedom.
Most proud of our troops protecting our country.
For the vision of our forefathers to form a country that was free.
Even with all the differences in our beliefs, that we can live in harmony.
And all of our freedoms that we have.
Still more news to come. We asked our residents how they're staying cool in this heat. We checked out the GFWC Storybook Trail, and our SCTV crew was at the recent Meet the Author event. So stay with us.
For the July edition of In Our Neighborhoods, we covered 3 neighborhoods. First was the Blue Heron neighborhood, where they had their Grillin' and Chillin' event. Also, in our July edition, we had a very fun neighborhood gathering. Welcome to the Hampton Village Family Feud Neighborhood Challenge. Also, we had Pelican Point, and they had a very special Flag Day celebration. They also had a very special birthday, and with a great group that helped them celebrate.
We asked some die-hard sports players how they stay cool in the heat. Let's hear what they had to say.
The key is to get out early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit before, play 4 or 5 games, and by this time you're done and you enjoy the rest of the day in your air conditioning. So you got to pace yourself, and when you get out here and your body's telling you to take a break, and drink some water or whatever.
But I usually use like a hat that you could dip in water also, like in between games. So I take the hat, dip it in water. A lot of people see the towels that they put around their neck, which is a good idea too. And just gauge your own temperature. But the key thing is dealing with this heat is to prepare beforehand. Because if you don't prepare beforehand, you won't be able to deal with it.
First of all, I wear sleeveless. I put a lot of lotion on that keeps me cool. I wear a cool thing around my neck. I bring a lot of water. I wear something that I only have to take off a little bit, and then I jump in the pool and I cool down that way. That's about it.
I stay cool on the pickleball courts with my little paddle fan right here. This is Freddie. Hi, Freddie. How you doing? Good. All right. I'm done for the day, though. It's already about 8:30, and already got my 4 games in. So early morning start, always great to play pickleball.
I kind of love the heat. I like to sweat. Makes me feel good, like I'm getting all those toxins out of my skin. And I like South Carolina in the summertime.
We're actually out here in 90-degree weather because we live in Sun City and we don't worry about the weather. That's why we moved down here. So even though it's extremely hot, we drink a lot. Water, by the way. And the divas are out here all the time.
Couple of tips for staying cool or managing the heat. First off, wear a hat. Always important. Keeps the sun off. Sunglasses help because the sun can be pretty intense. Most important thing, eat before you come out to play. Eat what grandma told you. Green stuff, vegetables, salads. You got to hydrate before the match, during the match, after the match. There's lots of sports drinks that help with that, but the key thing is to stay hydrated. And here's the most important thing. You can play in the morning when it's a little cooler. You can play later in the day when it's a little cooler. But if you're ever on the court and you don't feel right, tell somebody right away, go sit down. We got help all over the place, but don't overdo it. Have fun. You can manage this. And have a great time playing tennis at Sun City.
The GFWC Women's Club of the Lowcountry has something new and exciting to report. Let's listen.
Together with the Education and Libraries Community Service Project, Candy and her group have put together not 1, not 2, but 3 of these storybook trails. Now, Candy, for the children of Beaufort and Jasper counties. Now, Sandy, can you tell us a little bit about the Storybook Trail?
Sure. The idea behind the Storybook Trail is that parents bring their kids to the playgrounds, and each one of these trails is connected to a playground. And then kids get tired, and so what we want them to do is take a little walk with their kids and read a book along the way. And they walk the whole way around the trail, and then they can turn around and walk back and read a second book. And the idea is just to engage them in the summer in a little bit of reading and fun.
So how many people are involved in this project? How many people did you have working on this project?
Well, initially our committee of about 10 people were working on it, but it kind of narrowed down a little bit, and we had about 5, and at the end we had 3, but we had a lot of help from Lufton, from the city, to help us too.
And who determined the books that you were going to use?
Well, I did, and Karen Adams, former elementary teacher. And what we looked for were books that were brightly colored, because I thought that was important, that had told a really good story. Some of them have a moral, some of them are just fun, and it was easy to read so that people could read to their children, or young children could read it to their parents.
And what made you pick the parks that you did to do this project in?
Actually, the mayor did. When we went to him with the idea of the project, we were going to do one book at one park. And they loved the idea. And he asked if we could do 3 books and 3 parks. So then when we came back to our committee meeting, we said, well, if we're going to do 3, why don't we put them on the back? And so we can do more stories. So that's what we did. And they picked the parks. These are the best parks for putting them out that are attached to playgrounds.
And how did you get funding for this project?
Well, when they asked for 3 parks, I wasn't sure what we could do. So I went to our president, and she said, why don't we apply for a grant? So we did, and we got it. So since we got the grant, we were able to do 3 parks, and we were able to do stories on both sides of the signs and get enough signs to cover that whole area.
So what else can you tell us about the Storybook Trail?
Well, I think it's a really neat project. I discovered it. I've been here almost 2 years. I'm from Pennsylvania. And when my granddaughters were little, they were 3 and 5, they came up for a visit, and we went to a local park, and they had one. And they were so excited. They couldn't wait to get to the next one to see what was happening and to get to the next one. I thought, this is a really cool idea. And then I saw that somebody in another state had done it for GFWC, and I thought, this is a good idea. I think we can do this.
Well, I thank you, Candy. It's an awesome project. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The recent Meet the Author event featured the book Broken Women. Its author, Edwina Hoyle, sat down with me to discuss what influenced her to create this sweeping historical saga. Edwina, the title of your book is Broken Women, Rejection, Redemption, Resilience. What does that title mean to you, and what do you hope your readers are going to understand from that?
I think that the book is really about the human condition, particularly women throughout history. And the rejection part is very evident in this book. Ona, the main character in the first half of the book, is rejected by her father, abandoned by him. The village where she grew up really kicked her out, pretty much, and she was rejected, and then she redeemed herself when she met her husband and started raising a family. And the resilience part is, it's a quiet thing. There's no real fanfare with resilience. It's about putting your foot, next foot, and just plowing through life, and not seeing yourself as a victim.
This is such a story to be told, and I wondered when I started to read it, then went back and read the preface, where you mentioned that you found a term, epigenetics, and that influenced your story, but you need to enlighten us about what that means. That concept is deep.
Well, a friend of mine here in Sun City, Theta Park, she used that word in our conversation, and I said, what is that? I've never heard of that. And she said, well, it's a new research into how DNA changes because of trauma, and that the theory is that it can be passed down to your next generation, until somebody heals and ends that broken chain. And it also brings in the concept of transgenerational trauma, where the trauma, like Holocaust survivors or people with PTSD from war, their behaviors affect their children, of course, and we don't know really how deeply their trauma is affecting the next generation.
Still much more ahead on Sun City News. We've got an entertainment report. We learn what the Library of Congress is doing in our studio, and JoJo Hines has a sports report, so stick around.
There is so much to discover in the Low Country. We love the art scene, we love the history, there's always fun events. If you're looking, pick up the Bluffton Sun, it comes out twice a month, and every issue is full of what's happening, your neighbors, events, everything.
While entertainment reporter Randy Selman takes some well-deserved time off, let me share some of her entertainment news. We are declaring the summer song of 2026 to be hot fun in the summertime. But thanks to our lifestyles department, we can stay cool and have some fun. Put a big smile on your face because there's actually tickets left at some of our events this summer. Let me remind you, there's literally a cocktail menu of events for you to choose. Scenic Riverbend Lodge is the site for 2 events you really should put on your calendar. Let's start with Daiquiris on the Deck, Thursday, July 23rd. There's the sound of steel drums by Boki, citrusy summer refreshing daiquiris, and dinner by Signature Catering. No cooking that night. Tickets are $54. Next up, Tacos and Tequila, August 5th at 5:30. Boki is back at Riverbend Lodge with music, and a full menu will be prepared by Downtown Catering, $46 tickets. And the third beverage entertainment option is Bourbon and Bluegrass at Spanish Moss Hall, August 7th at 7. Tickets are $18. The band Swamp Tooth entertains with guitars, banjos, mandolins, and more to create their high-energy bluegrass sound. So that was daiquiris, tequila, and bourbon. Quite a theme we've got going. And as always, tickets for all mentioned events can be purchased online or at Lifestyle Services. Now give your air conditioning a break and get some seats at Magnolia Hall for the Private Eyes tribute to Hall & Oates. This 7-piece band is coming to us from LA, bringing us the music that defined the 80s and earned Hall & Oates an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tickets are $37 and the show runs July 28th, 29th, and 30th at 7 p.m. Make room in your schedules and book tickets for what is being called the very best Buddy Holly tribute show in the world. You have 3 night choices at Magnolia Hall, August 10th, 11th, and 12th at 7 p.m. Endorsed by the Holly family and Buddy's own guitarist, the Johnny Rogers Band pays tribute to Buddy and many other rock and roll and country music icons. Tickets are $37. Now, tickets for those Mag Hall concerts can be purchased online or at Lifestyle Services. Remember, beverages at the hall are now permitted with lid, no glass. If you're ready for a road trip, the Gullah Traveling Theater proudly presents the Gullah American Revolutionary Experience. This is an electrifying theatrical production. Catch the performance at USCB Performing Arts Center, Beaufort, Friday and Saturday, June 26th and 27th at 7 p.m. or at the May River Theater in Bluffton on Saturday, July 18th at 2 and 6 p.m. or Sunday, July 19th at 3 p.m. Tickets are $60 and are available through their website, gullahkinfolktravelingtheater.org/events. Let me echo the advice Randy shares every week. Life is entertaining, so don't miss the show. Our SCTV studio is hosting the Library of Congress Veterans History Project participants. Our Sun City crew was eager to learn more about this. If you'll please enlighten our Sun City neighbors about what is this Veterans History Project all about? Its inception was in 2000, and now here we are also involved in it. Tell us about it.
Well, the Library of Congress has a variety of different programs, and one of these is this history project, Veterans History Project. They also have a thing called StoryCorps, where ordinary citizens can interview each other and tell a story about their life. So it's a very fascinating site. It's loc.gov. Library of Congress. And Lorraine was kind enough to volunteer to do this. And so I'm going to try to set up, and I'm thankful to you guys, Sun City TV, because studio is ideal because of the sound. And we could have done it in one of the other rooms, but then, of course, you've got a schedule to have a room. So hopefully we can do it again. We have another one set up. We have 4 people lined up for that.
Now, Jim, you mentioned we may have about 5 of our veterans that are going to be reporting. Now, are they all from a particular genre of military career? Are they Vietnam era? Do we have an idea of what they're representing in their stories?
Well, I like to say that my 8 years of active duty, I was a typewriter warrior. So, but I learned some skills I wasn't prepared to do. Like, for instance, when I went to Saudi Arabia, my lieutenant taught me how to run a still. Well, that was like McHale's Navy, you know what I mean?
Should this be on air?
It's too late. You can prosecute me if you want, but it's too late. But, you know, it was a wonderful experience for me. But some of our guys, combat veterans, I got an Air Force guy who's telling his experience. So it comes from all branches of service. I have Dick Foydas, who's in Korea and was wounded in Korea with the Army, and he was 18 years old. You know, so, you know, my luck of the draw was I got to go on 2 different ships, do a Mediterranean cruise, and then Saudi Arabia for a year. I had to look at the map. Where the hell is this? Rastan or Saudi Arabia? But unfortunately, there were guys in front of me getting out of school that ended up going to MACV in Saigon.
Well, this will be interesting to see these. We're going to get a chance to talk to the videographer who's doing this. So thank you for letting SCTV just be a little part of this. I think it's special. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, what is the eligibility for someone to come in and do one of the veterans' history stories?
Anyone who has served in the military is eligible to come in and share their stories. They didn't have to serve during war times, but just share their stories, their experiences with being part of the military, being a veteran today.
It must be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. I'm sure you've heard things that were very funny. I'm sure that you've heard things that are very heartbreaking. Does that make it harder to go through this process?
It's very touching. I'm just so grateful to be able to be a part of it, and that they will share these stories. I'm just you know, there have been some veterans who've had tears, and many, and most of them make me laugh. And I'm just, no, I it's not hard. It's a joy.
Now, just being Sun City TV, I'm curious, do you have to edit these then? And is there a process that you use to have them actually end up on, you know, the veteran stories?
No, in fact, they do not want me to touch the stories. They don't want me to edit anything. It's just a very basic camcorder and just the shots. And I have a suggested list of questions, and they can elaborate as they wish.
Now, where and when will our Sun City neighbors be able to see some of these stories that they've been recording?
Well, they don't. The Library of Congress does not put all of them online, and I don't know which ones they will and which ones they won't, but they keep them all in their archives. So they'll all be up there in the Library of Congress, and anyone can go up there and see them then. When I finish an interview, I always give the veteran, well, a few weeks afterwards, I give them a copy of the video recording. I keep a copy, and I send one to the Library of Congress. But they have put about maybe half of them online, and it may be just that they're working through the process. I really don't know.
Well, Laura, I'll tell you, I think every time I come in here now and sit at this desk, I'm going to feel very special that you have done something and included us in this project. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sitting in for Mike Romano is JoJo Hines with the Sports Report.
Hello, sports fans. Congratulations to the Pickleball Waterfall Tournament medal winners. Here we see some of the players proudly displaying their medals. The players participated in a doubles format. Medals were given for first, second, and third place teams. The gold medal winning teams were Women's Blue Division, Daughtry and Gibson. Women's Red Division, Scanlon and Tharp. Women's White Division, LeClaire and Osborne. And Women's Black Division, Weiss and Orendes. In the Men's Blue Division, O'Neill and McManus. Men's Red Division, Terliski and Martin. Men's White Division, Burlage and Eckerling. Men's Black Division, Rosado and Buckley. Proceeds from the games were donated to the Second Helpings charity. In the 9-hole Couples Golf League, flight winners of the two-person Shamble were Chris and Maria Petty with a net 11 under par. Keith and Karen Milich with a net 4 under par. Dean Kitchen and Cheryl Thomas with a net 8 under par. And Ed and Nancy Grams with a net 7 under par. Closest to the pin winners were Chris Petty, Valerie Patrick, Edward Evans, and Renee Cannon. The Men's Golf Association reported 4 holes in one for the month of June. They were made by William Viney at Argent Lakes number 16, John Byers at Argent Lakes number 4, Dale Luck at Argent Lakes number 14, and Robert Coleman at Argent Lakes number 15. For the year, the association has reported 28 holes in one. The Tennis Association announced several important dates. First, it is now time to sign up for the Tennis Rookie League. The Rookie League is for players not rated as well as players who are novice, 2.0, and 2.5. The Rookie League plays on Saturdays from 2 to 4 and begin on September 19th. It will conclude on January 9th. Email Donna Bromwell to sign up or if you have any questions. Also, the Tennis Association announced that the end of summer doubles tournament will be held on September 11th, 12th, and 13th. Sign-up forms can be found on the Sun City Tennis Association website. Now, to participate in the end of summer's doubles and the Rookie League, you must be a member of the Tennis Association. Now, finally, if you're wondering where Mike Romano has been, take a look at this recent photo. Mike is up north visiting family and friends and playing golf. As you can see, he is standing on the 7th tee box of the Mount Lebanon golf course. That course looks very hilly, as most of the courses are in western Pennsylvania. Well, that's it for sports. Remember to keep hydrated. It is now time to get outside and have some fun. For Sun City Sports, I'm JoJo Hines.
Well, that's our news show this week. Thanks for watching. Catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to click like and subscribe. To see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune in to our monthly show Extra. For questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Make sure you check out us every week for all the news that's happening in our community. For Sun City News, I'm Georgia Lash.